There's something fascinating about channeled entities, how they transmit wisdom from higher realms, often shattering our conventional understanding of reality. Yet, not all channel messages are created equal. Some come through as broad impressions, like Abraham Hicks, where uplifting energy and practical insights flow effortlessly, but without delving too deeply into metaphysical precision. In contrast, others, like Ra from the Law of One, deliver narrowband transmissions, where every word is meticulously chosen to convey profound truths. This difference lies not only in the source, but also in the channeler's capacity to enter specific trance states. It's like tuning a radio. Some frequencies are crisp and clear, while others are faint echoes. Knowing how to distinguish between them is crucial to understanding what truly resonates as wisdom. One of the most striking differences among channeled entities is the way they handle depth versus accessibility. Abraham, from the works of Esther and Jerry Hicks, for example, channels wideband energy that feels fluid and motivational, focusing on practical life improvements and emotional alignment. Meanwhile, Ra requires a deep trance state to convey intricate metaphysical concepts, like the structure of density levels and the evolution of consciousness. It's not just about the message, but the precision with which it's delivered. Think of it like comparing an improvisational jazz piece to a meticulously composed symphony. Both hold value, but one is crafted for spontaneous inspiration, while the other demands disciplined focus to appreciate its layers. Understanding this contrast helps separate genuine teachings from feel-good rhetoric. Channeling itself is a deeply nuanced practice, and accuracy is never guaranteed. Some entities resonate with our inner knowing, feeling almost like a memory resurfacing from a forgotten lifetime. Others, however, can seem vague or contradict established metaphysical principles. One practical way to assess channel material is by noticing whether it resonates as truth already known, as if it merely reminds you of something you forgot. Consider the way Ra's teachings from the Law of One feel profoundly structured, while Abraham's messages seem more spontaneous and conversational. It's not that one is better than the other. They just serve different purposes and meet people where they are in their spiritual journey. The challenge of channeling deeper metaphysical knowledge is immense. Entities like Ra have strict conditions to maintain the integrity of their messages, requiring the channeler to enter a profound trance state where personal bias and mental interference are minimized. In contrast, Abraham Hicks operates through a more fluid and relaxed state, which allows for a more relatable and motivational approach. Both methods are valuable, but they cater to different audiences. Those seeking clear-cut metaphysical knowledge might gravitate towards Ra, while those looking for practical life guidance often prefer Abraham. Understanding these differences helps discern the authenticity and intention behind each transmission, avoiding the pitfalls of blindly accepting channel content. To truly navigate the world of channeling, it's essential to develop discernment. Not every message that claims higher wisdom is genuinely profound. Sometimes, the energy behind the message carries a sense of familiarity or intrinsic truth, while other times it feels forced or artificial. When assessing channeled entities, look for coherence, depth, and whether the message challenges you to grow or simply comforts you. Channeling is like unlocking a cosmic frequency, and just like any signal, some come through crystal clear while others are laced with static. The more one understands the nuances of channeling, the better they can discern what truly resonates with their inner path. Chapter 1: Jesus, A Course in Miracles and Fifth Density Wisdom. When we think of Jesus, known as Yahushua, our minds often gravitate toward his profound acts of compassion and sacrifice. Yet, from the perspective of the Law of One, Jesus is seen not just as a spiritual teacher, but as a fourth-density wanderer. He incarnated on Earth with a mission to catalyze human evolution through the embodiment of unconditional love and forgiveness. At present, he is believed to be mastering fifth-density wisdom, where the focus shifts from love to a deeper understanding of truth versus illusion. This journey is not just about spreading love, but discerning between reality and perception, a challenge that requires wisdom beyond mere empathy. It's a fascinating blend of heart and mind, seeking harmony between the two. The concept of fifth-density wisdom aligns seamlessly with the teachings of A Course in Miracles. This profound text challenges our entrenched victimhood mentality by asserting that illusions, like guilt and fear, are mere distortions of truth. Jesus, in his current evolutionary journey, exemplifies this wisdom by correcting misunderstandings about his own teachings. Take, for instance, the common interpretation of hell as a literal place of eternal suffering. Instead, A Course in Miracles suggests that hell is a state of mind, an illusion born from a separation from divine love. This insight aligns with Ross' efforts to clarify ancient misconceptions, much like how Jesus aimed to guide humanity away from rigid dogmas and toward experiential understanding. It's essential to recognize how both Jesus and A Course in Miracles challenge our habitual perceptions. The notion that suffering is necessary for spiritual growth is one of the illusions these teachings confront. In reality, growth often comes from realizing that pain is not a divine requirement, but a product of distorted perception. When Jesus said, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do," he wasn't endorsing victimhood, but rather demonstrating the transformative power of forgiveness, a core principle in both his earthly mission and his continued journey through higher densities. This wisdom teaches us that letting go of blame and judgment frees the soul from the chains of illusion. One of the most striking aspects of fifth-density wisdom is its emphasis on seeing beyond duality. Jesus, as a fifth-density being, is not just advocating love, but also recognizing when love becomes distorted into control or manipulation. It's a fine balance between compassion and discernment, understanding that not all acts of love are inherently pure. Sometimes, misguided love can lead to pain and confusion, as seen in many religious teachings that promote fear instead of empowerment. A Course in Miracles encourages us to question our beliefs, dismantling illusions that cloud our perception of truth. In this sense, both Jesus and the Course guide us toward an evolved understanding of divine love, one that transcends mere emotion and becomes a deliberate choice rooted in higher wisdom. This shift from fourth to fifth density highlights the importance of blending compassion with clarity. Jesus' mission did not end with his earthly life. It continues as he masters the delicate art of merging love with insight. A Course in Miracles mirrors this process by dismantling old paradigms and inviting us to see the world through the lens of divine perception. As wanderers and seekers, our journey is similar, learning to discern truth from illusion while embodying unconditional love. It's not enough to merely feel love. We must also recognize when our understanding of it is clouded by illusion. This ongoing evolution challenges us to integrate both heart and mind, stepping closer to unity with the infinite Creator. Chapter 2. The Nature of Channeling and How It Works. Channeling is far from being a straightforward phenomenon. Many people envision it as flipping a switch and instantly downloading divine wisdom. But in reality, it's much more nuanced. Imagine it as tuning into a vast cosmic radio, where some frequencies come through crisp and clear while others are distorted by interference. A channeler's ability to maintain clarity is often influenced by their own mental state, level of trance, and even subconscious biases. The more profound the transmission, the deeper the trance typically required. High-level beings like Ra necessitate a trance so deep that the channeler's conscious mind is completely set aside, allowing pure, uninterrupted communication. This process demands immense discipline and mental fortitude, as even a single stray thought can distort the message. One of the key challenges in channeling is translating non-physical impressions into human language. Entities from higher densities don't use words as we do. They communicate through energetic impressions, pure concepts that must be interpreted into speech. This is where the channeler's role as an interpreter becomes crucial. Their personal framework, beliefs, and language skills shape how the message is conveyed. This is why the same entity, when channeled by different people, might sound vastly different. It's not that the entity is inconsistent. Rather, it's the interpretation that varies. This makes discernment vital when evaluating channeled messages, as some may be filtered through personal biases or limited understanding. Another intriguing aspect is how the channeler's state of consciousness affects the quality of the message. In shallow trance states, where the conscious mind is still active, messages can become contaminated with personal thoughts and interpretations. Deeper trance states allow for pure transmission, but they are also more challenging to achieve and maintain. Consider how Abraham Hicks operates through a relatively light trance, allowing for spontaneous and uplifting insights. In contrast, Ra's transmissions are precise and profound, requiring a state of deep unconsciousness. Understanding these differences helps clarify why some messages feel grounded and practical, while others seem almost abstract and ethereal. Channeling is also heavily influenced by the intention and vibrational state of the channeler. Those who are centered in love and unity are more likely to attract benevolent entities that seek to uplift and enlighten. On the other hand, individuals with unresolved trauma or lingering fear may unintentionally draw in deceptive or lower-density beings. This highlights the importance of inner purification and mental clarity when attempting to channel. Ancient mystics understood this well, engaging in extensive spiritual practices to refine their own frequency before seeking contact with higher realms. It's a practice that goes beyond mere curiosity. It's a disciplined pursuit of truth. For those seeking to understand channel material, it's crucial to develop a discerning mindset. Not all channel messages are created equal, and the quality can vary significantly depending on the channeler's state and the entity's intent. Seek messages that resonate with your inner knowing, that feel like truth rather than just comforting words. Trust your own discernment and look for consistency, coherence, and depth in the teachings. Channeling is not about blindly accepting what's presented, but engaging in a thoughtful evaluation of the message's authenticity and relevance. It's an ongoing process of learning to separate truth from illusion, much like navigating the spiritual path itself. Chapter 3: The Law of One and the Concept of the One Infinite Creator. The Law of One challenges us to grasp a reality so vast that it shatters our conventional views of existence. It posits that everything, every atom, every thought, every star, is fundamentally one. There is no separation, no division, only a single infinite consciousness exploring itself through countless forms. This concept defies traditional religious notions of a distant, judgmental deity, and instead presents the infinite creator as the essence permeating all things. Imagine standing before an endless mirror, where every reflection is just another facet of the same source. This unity doesn't just exist in theory. It pulses through every heartbeat and resonates in every breath. Realizing this shifts our perception from isolation to profound connection. One of the most intriguing aspects of the infinite creator is its need to experience itself. If it's already all-knowing, why go through the process of discovery? The answer lies in the paradox of infinity itself, being both complete and yet continuously unfolding. To truly understand itself, the creator must witness contrast. Imagine a painter who knows every possible masterpiece, but hasn't yet expressed them on canvas. Creation becomes the brushstroke that transforms potential into experience. Without duality, light and dark, love and fear, there would be no growth, no evolution. It's through contrast that the infinite creator comes to know itself in dynamic, ever-expanding ways, constantly exploring its own limitless potential. Physical reality acts as a vast stage where the creator's essence unfolds through diverse expressions. Each soul plays its part, weaving stories of triumph and tragedy, love and betrayal, as if life itself were a grand theatrical performance. The veiling process, the deliberate forgetting of our divine origin, is crucial to making the experience authentic. Without forgetting, life would be predictable, devoid of genuine challenge. Imagine playing a game where you already know every move. Where's the thrill? The veil makes experiences feel real, pushing the soul to navigate challenges without knowing the outcome. It's this uncertainty that transforms mere existence into an adventure of self-discovery and spiritual evolution. A common misconception is that if the creator is truly infinite, it wouldn't need to seek itself. Yet, the nature of infinity is paradoxical. It knows itself and is constantly in the process of knowing itself. It's like a musician who understands every possible melody, yet still craves the thrill of composing something new. This endless journey of self-exploration is why the universe never stops expanding. As long as curiosity exists within the infinite, creation continues to unfold. The creator's quest for self-knowledge is perpetual, evolving through each new experience, each soul's journey, and every moment of transformation. It's the ultimate paradox, being complete and simultaneously evolving. This understanding fundamentally changes how we approach life. Instead of seeing challenges as random misfortunes, we perceive them as purposeful catalysts for growth. Life ceases to be a struggle for survival and becomes an opportunity to experience the infinite creator's essence through every thought and action. When we realize that every interaction is a dance between fragments of the same source, compassion naturally arises. We stop fearing hardship and start embracing it as part of the creator's journey to know itself. This shift from fear to understanding fosters inner peace, allowing us to walk the path of wisdom with a sense of unity and purpose. Chapter 4. The Logos, Sub-Logos, and the Structure of the Universe. The structure of the universe is far more intricate than we tend to imagine. At the heart of it all lies the concept of the Logos, an intelligence so vast that it serves as the architect of entire galaxies. Each galaxy, according to the law of one, is a Logos unto itself, a conscious entity that formulates its own unique reality. Within this grand framework, each star becomes a sub-Logos, shaping solar systems as distinct expressions of the primary Logos. This cascading hierarchy continues as planets become sub-Logos, choosing their evolutionary paths within the larger cosmic scheme. It's like a fractal pattern, where each part mirrors the whole, endlessly unfolding through layers of creation. The elegance of this system is staggering, and it speaks to the intentionality behind every aspect of existence. Imagine the sun as not just a massive ball of fire, but as a conscious, loving entity, one that nurtures life while guiding planetary evolution. The sun, as a sub-Logos, embodies specific qualities of the galactic consciousness and shares its wisdom through light and energy. Similarly, each planet, as a sub-logos, holds its own vibrational signature and evolutionary path. Earth, for instance, embodies the lessons of polarity and free will, guiding souls through the intricacies of choice and consequence. This dynamic relationship between logos and sub-logos shows how the infinite creator diversifies itself, allowing endless variations of experience and growth. It's a masterpiece of interwoven consciousness, each part contributing to the whole. Understanding this structure helps explain why different solar systems and planets manifest distinct patterns of life and consciousness. Some planets evolve rapidly towards unity, while others struggle with chaos and division. These variations reflect the unique intention behind each sub-logos and its role in the grand experiment of creation. When Ra speaks of social memory complexes, collective consciousness formed by unified beings, it highlights how some planets harmonize into a single, coherent entity. In contrast, others, like Earth, remain fragmented, grappling with duality. This diversity of outcomes is not a flaw, but an intentional aspect of the infinite creator's desire to experience all possibilities. The concept of the logos also challenges the common notion of God as a singular, isolated figure. Instead, it portrays the divine as a multifaceted, ever-expanding consciousness. Just as a single idea can branch into countless thoughts, the original logos branches into galaxies, stars, and planets, each exploring different facets of existence. This perspective reframes how we view spirituality, moving from worshiping an external deity to recognizing our direct connection to the divine essence. Realizing that we, too, are sub-logos sparks a profound sense of purpose. We're not separate from the Creator, but integral to its infinite exploration of self-awareness. Grasping this structure gives depth to the way we perceive life's challenges and opportunities. We are not just random beings wandering through a chaotic universe. We are deliberate expressions of an infinite mind, exploring the vast possibilities of consciousness. When seen through this lens, every experience gains meaning, whether joyful or painful, because it contributes to the Creator's unfolding awareness. It invites us to stop viewing life as a series of isolated incidents and instead see it as a cohesive narrative shaped by the interplay of countless layers of intelligence. This awareness empowers us to embrace our role within the grand tapestry, recognizing that our choices ripple through the cosmic web, shaping reality itself. Chapter 5: Experiential Intelligence and the Purpose of Creation. At the core of existence lies the desire of the infinite Creator to know itself. This urge propels creation forward, weaving countless experiences into the fabric of reality. Experiential intelligence is the mechanism by which the Creator gathers insight through diverse perspectives. Think of it like a cosmic explorer, venturing through uncharted territories, each moment rich with discovery. Human lives, animal instincts, even planetary consciousness, all serve as conduits for this infinite intelligence to expand and evolve. This exploration isn't just a passive observation. It's an active engagement where every thought, emotion, and action contributes to the Creator's deeper understanding of itself. The purpose isn't merely to exist, but to experience, transform, and evolve. One of the most fascinating aspects of experiential intelligence is how contrast fuels growth. Without opposites, light and dark, joy and suffering, there would be no depth to experience. It's like savoring a sweet melody only after enduring dissonant chords. Polarity brings texture to existence, giving weight to choices and substance to lessons learned. The Creator, by veiling itself from its own infinite nature, ensures that every moment feels vivid and authentic. It's as if life itself were a grand stage play where actors immerse so fully into their roles that they forget the script, allowing the story to unfold organically. This commitment to contrast ensures that the journey remains genuine and transformative. Imagine the creator as a storyteller who doesn't just craft a tale, but becomes every character within it. Each soul represents a unique perspective, adding nuance and richness to the narrative. Experiencing life through countless lenses allows the creator to witness not just harmony, but also discord, not just wisdom, but folly. It's a deliberate choice to embrace imperfection as a catalyst for deeper insight. Just as a sculptor chisels away at stone to reveal form, the creator shapes reality through challenge and triumph. This process isn't about achieving perfection, but embracing the evolving story of consciousness itself, learning through success and failure alike. In our own lives, we mirror this cosmic impulse by seeking experiences that stretch our understanding. Whether pursuing relationships, careers, or personal growth, we're driven by an inherent need to explore. Often, the most transformative lessons arise from hardship rather than comfort. It's in moments of doubt and struggle that wisdom crystallizes, pushing us to evolve beyond old paradigms. Instead of shying away from adversity, embracing it as a crucial part of our journey opens the door to profound transformation. The creator doesn't shy away from darkness, but dives into it to illuminate hidden aspects of itself, teaching us to do the same. Understanding the purpose of creation as an experiential journey reframes how we approach our own lives. Instead of fearing failure or loss, we begin to see them as essential components of growth. Each challenge becomes a chance to deepen our connection to the divine intelligence within. By integrating this perspective, we no longer feel victimized by circumstances, but empowered to use them as stepping stones toward higher awareness. This mindset fosters resilience, reminding us that every experience, no matter how daunting, is part of a grander process of self-realization. The game of life is not about winning or losing, but about fully embracing each moment as an opportunity to evolve. Chapter 6. Cosmic Consciousness and Spiritual Expansion. Cosmic consciousness is the awareness that we are not merely isolated individuals navigating a chaotic existence, but integral parts of an infinite, intelligent creation. It's a realization that shatters the illusion of separation and invites us to perceive the interconnectedness of all things. Imagine seeing life not as a series of fragmented events, but as a harmonious flow where every experience, every encounter, serves a greater purpose. This awareness brings an immense sense of freedom, allowing us to detach from rigid identities and limited perspectives. Instead of getting caught up in trivial worries, we recognize that our journey is part of a vast, eternal unfolding, an ongoing dance of consciousness seeking to know itself through infinite expressions. One of the most profound aspects of cosmic consciousness is the liberation from fear and anxiety. When we perceive ourselves as eternal beings experiencing a temporary human journey, it becomes easier to navigate challenges without succumbing to despair. The realization that life stretches across countless incarnations reduces the weight of daily struggles. We stop fearing failure and start embracing each experience as a valuable lesson. This expanded awareness fosters resilience, as we understand that every hardship is an opportunity for growth. Instead of being overwhelmed by obstacles, we face them with curiosity, knowing they contribute to the evolution of our soul. It's about shifting from a survival mindset to one of purposeful exploration. The law of one emphasizes that life is not a single fleeting moment, but a continuous journey through countless densities and incarnations. Each lifetime serves as a chapter in an ever-expanding story of spiritual growth. This perspective makes our current struggles seem less daunting, as they are just part of a much larger process. We begin to see how our actions and choices ripple through the fabric of existence, influencing not just our own evolution, but that of the collective consciousness. Instead of feeling insignificant, we recognize that our growth contributes to the awakening of the entire social memory complex. This sense of responsibility fuels our desire to act with compassion and wisdom, knowing that unity underpins all creation. However, many people resist cosmic consciousness because it challenges their deeply held beliefs about individuality and permanence. They cling to the comfort of familiar identities, fearing that embracing their infinite nature will make them lose their sense of self. Yet, cosmic consciousness does not dissolve individuality, it enhances it. Recognizing that we are both singular and universal allows us to see our uniqueness as an essential part of the whole. Just as a single note contributes to a symphony, our individual experiences add depth and richness to the collective story. Embracing this duality helps us balance personal aspirations with the broader purpose of spiritual evolution. Expanding our consciousness does not mean escaping reality. It means perceiving reality from a higher vantage point. Instead of getting caught in the turbulence of daily life, we rise above it, seeing challenges as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. This mindset does not make us indifferent. It empowers us to approach life with clarity and intention. We become fearless in our pursuit of truth, knowing that setbacks are merely temporary detours on a much grander journey. Embracing cosmic consciousness fosters a deeper sense of purpose, guiding us to live boldly and love deeply, confident that every experience serves the infinite exploration of the Creator. Chapter 7: Common Religious Misconceptions and the Resistance to Other Life Forms. Religious beliefs often create rigid frameworks that make it difficult to embrace ideas beyond human-centered perspectives. One of the most persistent misconceptions is the belief that Earth is the sole cradle of life, ordained exclusively by a divine creator. This mindset not only limits spiritual understanding, but also fuels resistance to the concept of extraterrestrial existence. Many religious teachings depict humanity as the centerpiece of creation, and introducing the idea of advanced civilizations challenges that notion. People often wonder, if there are beings from other worlds, do they have souls? Did Jesus die for their sins too? These questions unsettle long-held doctrines, leading to denial rather than open inquiry. It's no coincidence that many religious traditions resist the idea of life beyond Earth. Accepting extraterrestrial existence would mean reevaluating fundamental teachings and questioning interpretations that have persisted for centuries. The fear of losing spiritual relevance pushes many to dismiss even the possibility of other civilizations. Yet, the law of one makes it clear that creation is vast and infinitely diverse. It would be absurd to believe that a creator capable of infinite manifestation would limit life to just one planet. Instead of undermining faith, this understanding can deepen it, acknowledging that divine intelligence operates on a scale far beyond human comprehension. This resistance also stems from a fear of losing control. Religions that hold power through centralized doctrines may perceive the acceptance of multidimensional beings as a threat. Imagine how disruptive it would be for institutions to admit that humanity is not the exclusive focus of divine attention. If we accept that starseeds and wanderers are incarnating from other realms, it challenges the anthropocentric view that humans alone carry spiritual significance. Instead of resisting, Embracing the vastness of creation offers a more expansive spiritual perspective, one that honors diversity without negating human worth. Another misconception is that extraterrestrial beings must inherently lack spirituality or divine connection. This assumption ignores the possibility that advanced civilizations might possess deeper spiritual awareness than humanity. In fact, many star seeds feel inherently out of place on Earth because they carry wisdom from higher density levels. Understanding this concept challenges the traditional view of salvation being exclusively human-centric. The law of one teaches that the infinite creator is present in all beings, regardless of their origin. Recognizing that all life is an expression of the same divine source shatters the illusion of human supremacy and invites a broader, more inclusive spiritual worldview. When we expand our consciousness to consider other life forms as equally divine, it doesn't diminish our spiritual journey, it enriches it. The law of one encourages unity rather than division, and that includes unity beyond planetary boundaries. Letting go of outdated dogmas opens the door to a more profound relationship with the cosmos. Instead of fearing alien life, we begin to see it as another facet of the Creator's infinite expression. Embracing this truth transforms fear into curiosity, allowing us to evolve spiritually without clinging to limiting beliefs. It's time to move beyond fear and accept that life flourishes in countless forms throughout the universe. Chapter 8. The Importance of Forgiveness and Unity. Embracing the wisdom of the law of one and A Course in Miracles challenges us to break free from narrow perspectives and step into a broader, more expansive understanding of existence. These teachings invite us to see beyond the illusions that trap us in fear and separation, guiding us toward unity and higher consciousness. Realizing that the infinite creator is not some distant figure, but the very essence that permeates all existence fundamentally changes how we perceive life's challenges. Instead of feeling like victims of circumstance, we begin to see ourselves as co-creators, actively shaping our own evolution. This shift from passive belief to active embodiment is a profound leap in spiritual maturity. The law of one teaches that everything we experience, joy and sorrow, triumph and failure, is part of the Creator's journey to know itself. It reframes life not as a linear path toward perfection, but as an endless dance of exploration and growth. By recognizing that every interaction is an opportunity to expand awareness, we begin to live more intentionally. No longer do we see obstacles as punishments or setbacks, but as catalysts for transformation. This perspective dissolves the fear of failure and replaces it with curiosity, prompting us to ask how each experience can deepen our understanding of ourselves and the universe. One of the most liberating realizations is that spiritual growth doesn't require rigid adherence to doctrine or tradition. Instead, it calls for an open heart and a willingness to challenge long-held beliefs. Whether it's questioning the nature of Jesus' teachings or exploring the existence of extraterrestrial consciousness, our journey toward truth is fueled by the courage to ask uncomfortable questions. Holding space for new insights without immediately rejecting them allows us to evolve without becoming entrenched in dogma. True spiritual expansion lies not in clinging to certainty, but in embracing the unknown with a fearless, inquisitive spirit. A profound takeaway from both the law of one and A Course in Miracles is the importance of forgiveness and unity. Realizing that all beings, regardless of origin, are expressions of the infinite Creator invites us to drop judgment and practice compassion. Forgiveness becomes more than just an act of kindness. It becomes a fundamental alignment with the truth of our interconnectedness. This shift from judgment to acceptance not only heals personal wounds, but also elevates collective consciousness. By embracing unity, we dismantle the walls that divide us and foster a sense of global responsibility, knowing that every thought and action impacts the whole. Stepping into this expanded awareness challenges us to let go of fear and embrace our divine nature. Instead of being overwhelmed by the complexities of existence, we learn to navigate them with grace and purpose. Life becomes less about controlling outcomes and more about flowing with the wisdom of the infinite Creator. As we integrate these teachings, we unlock new levels of perception, allowing us to witness the profound interconnectedness that we often overlook. The journey doesn't end here. It's an ongoing process of discovery as we continue to awaken to the deeper truths that shape our reality. Conclusion: don't let fear of the unknown hold you back. The journey of understanding Jesus through the lens of the law of one challenges us to break free from the limitations of rigid beliefs and embrace a more expansive view of spirituality. It's not about discarding what you've been taught, but transforming how you interpret it, seeing Jesus not just as a figure confined to religious history, but as a fellow seeker on a path of endless evolution. When we move beyond dogma and dive into the essence of unity and forgiveness, we open ourselves to a deeper connection with the infinite Creator. This understanding empowers us to live with purpose, knowing that every experience, whether joyful or painful, serves our soul's growth. Now, the real question is, how are you applying this wisdom in your own life? Are you willing to look beyond traditional teachings and seek the truth that resonates within your heart? It's easy to stay within the comfort zone of familiar beliefs, but transformation requires courage. The courage to question, to explore, and to embrace new perspectives. Take a moment to reflect on how your understanding of spiritual teachings has evolved. Are you holding on to outdated interpretations? Or are you ready to see Jesus as a dynamic, evolving being, much like yourself? This paradigm shift is not just intellectual. It's a call to embody the wisdom of love and truth in every moment. Don't let fear of the unknown hold you back from expanding your consciousness. The infinite Creator didn't design existence to be static and predictable, but vibrant and full of discovery. As you continue your spiritual journey, remember that the purpose is not just to know, but to experience and evolve. If you're ready to go deeper and unlock more insights, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Stay connected, because this journey is far from over. Together, we'll keep exploring the mysteries of consciousness, spiritual evolution, and the teachings that challenge us to grow. Drop a comment below with your thoughts, and let's keep this conversation going.